What's up, guys? Welcome to Budget Phones. Today I have with me the Nokia 5.1 Plus. So what I'm gonna do in this video, which is what we do on this channel, is simply give a basic overview of the device with the aim of helping you know whether you should purchase this phone or not. Just helping you decide whether this is the budget phone of your choice. And so some of you might be saying or wondering, why should I waste my time watching this video when this phone was released so long ago? And I understand that concern. This phone was released in 2018, yet I still believe that it is relevant to today's users, which is why I am doing a video about it. So just stick with me to the end, and I will explain why I believe it is relevant to today's user. So I'm gonna go straight into it. Start with the hardware. The hardware of this phone is glass and plastic. So glass at the back, glass in the front, and then plastic on the sides. And so it has these rounded corners which help the phone feel nice in the hand. It doesn't feel too big or too small. It's just right for the hand. And then this phone comes in 3 colors. There's the gloss black, there's the midnight gloss blue, and then there's the gloss white, which is what I have with me here. It's pretty clear. The storage in this device is 32 gigs of internal storage, but then you can add an SD card up to 400 gigs. So that shouldn't discourage you from, it having 32 gigs of internal storage shouldn't discourage you from getting it if you like it. And then up tops, we have the headphone jack. The manufacturers of these budget phones still know that the users of these phones would need a headphone jack, so they still put it there. And then this phone has 2 microphones, one at the top and one at the bottom. And then it has this single speaker with something Nokia calls Amp Plus. And then there's a USB Type-C connector, which is pretty good for a phone that was released in 2018, around July there. And so this acts as the data transfer port and the charging port. Then on the right side of the device, we have the volume rocker and the power button. Just that. On the left side of the device, we have the SIM tray. I'm gonna open the SIM tray. This is where the SD card slot is, but in my opinion, this is not such a good slot because it's a hybrid slot. What that means is it has 2 slots. So one, you can either have 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and an SD card. This one has it has 2 SIM cards. At the back of the phone we have the fingerprint, which is not too fast and not too slow. Again, this is a budget device, so you get what you get. It works well though. It works well. And then we have 2 cameras at the back. The primary camera, which is 13 megapixels, and the depth sensor, which is 5 megapixels. And if you can see that it is broken, it's very interesting why the phone, how the phone fell down and it only broke this part and nowhere else in all this other glass. But then that's just it. Then there's an LED flash. Then in front we have the 8 megapixels front facing camera, which these cameras are again not so good and not so bad. They're just there for the budget phone to enable you do what you would want to do with a smartphone. And then the power, the power battery in this device is 3060 milliamps, so that should take you an entire day. I will now talk about the display. This display is good for this kind of a device. This is a good display. It's a 5.8 inch display. It has a resolution of 720 by 1520, and it's a HD plus display. Then it has an aspect ratio of 19:9, and then Nokia calls this glass a 2.5D glass. That's what you get with the device. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I think this phone is worth buying in 2020, or worth having in 2020, and that's because of the software. Now we're going to the software section. This phone runs on Android 10. Believe it or not, it runs on Android 10, and as you can see, I already have my dark theme in there. I swipe up for the app drawer. I swipe up and hold a bit for my recent applications, so I can open either Facebook, I can open my maps, I can open my files, I can open my FM radio, and then I'll just swipe up and hold a bit, and I will have my applications right there. So if I want to go back, let me demonstrate with this. I can just swipe from either from the right or from the left, and it gives me that arrow. And this is some of the gestures. If I want to go back home, I swipe up. If I'm using an app and then I want to go back home, I just swipe up and it goes home. If I want to open my Google Assistant, I swipe from the edge, and the assistant comes up. And so that's just it. I'm gonna open the settings to show you that this is actually Android 10. Going to the system, then open the system updates, and actually have an update, which I haven't, but this is how the Android 10 update section looks like. Yeah, so I think that's basically it. The good thing with this phone is Nokia has subscribed to the Android One program, and so then they can guarantee their users software updates. And again, they're not like other phone manufacturers. HMD is not like other phone manufacturers who promise you software updates and then they do not. The Android One program in Nokia phones, or HMD promises 2 years of software updates and 3 years of security updates, and that's the same thing that has been happening to this phone. It came with Android 8 Oreo, updated to Android 9, updated to Android 10, and I think that's the end of it, since that was their promise, and they have kept it. And so I believe this device is still relevant today. There are phones that are being released in 2020, released in 2019, but they have Android 9 and they cannot update to Android 10. And you see, even though this phone was released a long time ago, it's still valid for today's user. The RAM in this device is 3 GB of RAM. The CPU is a MediaTek Helio P60, while having 1.8 gigahertz of processor speed. And so this is a good device in my opinion. You should think about it critically. Think about Nokia phones critically as you purchase them. Of course, there will be mishaps here and there. There will be complaints on the internet here and there, but then this is a good device from Nokia. And so I will leave some links in the description from Amazon and eBay, and some from Kenya, so that you may look at them if you want to buy the device. Thank you for watching this video, taking your time to watch this video. Remember to subscribe and click the bell icon so that you may receive notifications from my new videos. Cheers.